Delay Sour here with Third Movement. I wanted to bring you part two of I don't know. I haven't named the video series. I think it's gonna be like the Image of God or something. I don't know what I'm gonna name, but it's part two of it. In the last video, we were talking about your image. That we were talking about God has an image. In a quick review, we talked about how God has an image, and the world has an image. And a lot of times we try to please the world image instead of pleasing the image of God. Understand that God image is just like His word. It is so different from what the world perceives, or it is so radical from what the world perceives. So God image is just like that. So as a man, I can't go out and be a drunkard or be drunk and everything and have a foul mouth and everything, because that's not the image of God. That's not the image that God or Jesus want us to portray. So that's what we talked about in the first video. It's more or less image from the point of being in the image of God. Now this one I want to talk about. This one is self-image, and I want to talk about how we look at ourselves in a way that we should not look at ourselves. The reason why we have a miscued, that's the best word to put it, a miscued look of ourselves, the reason why we have to wear all this makeup and have all these surgeries is because we're trying to fall in love with ourselves in a way that it's not supposed to be. It's interesting. Jesus said that the two greatest commandments was to love God and love each other. He didn't say love self. I firmly believe that if we put our eyes off ourselves and start worrying about our self-image and start worrying about how other people are, how we treat other people, I think we will see ourselves in a different way. I think our self-image and our self-esteem will fly to the roof. We tell kids and we tell people, and I've been told, man, you got to work on yourself, man. You got your self-image. You got to look at your self-image. And I never found that love for myself until I started loving God and loving other people's, right? Because in the big scheme of things, how you look doesn't matter. It's how your actions. We forgot that our actions are the most important things. The Bible is clear on actions. Action is our most important thing. Now, when it comes down to salvation, it's not about actions. That's a gift. It's whether God want to give it to you or not. So the Bible calls it a gift of God. So if you're a believer, you have to be thankful because God gave you that gift of believing. But getting back to self-esteem, I firmly believe that the way you raise your self-esteem is stop focusing on self and focus on others. Start focusing on loving God and loving others. We see everything. We come into ministry from a Western point of view, where we have TVs and we have commercials that's always trying to sell you something, and we don't notice that these commercials a lot of time tear us down so we can believe that their product will build us up. You can be feeling good about yourself, and there go one commercial that starts off, are you feeling like this, or is this happening to you? And you be like, you know what, that is. Because you start focusing on yourself, and now your self-image is being attacked, and you don't see it. I'm going to tell you, the time that I feel the best about myself is when I don't have TV in my life, or when I don't have, the world input in my life. The best times I feel good about myself is when I'm into the Word, and I'm not just reading it, but doing what it says. When I'm loving others, when I'm loving God and when I'm loving others. I know that this seems foreign because not even pastors don't even teach this. Pastors don't even teach that. You know, in a church, the pastors teach that, okay, it's about you. You need to go into the Word for yourself. But if we look at the whole dynamic of Christianity, what God is saying, don't worry about you, let me worry about you. You go out and get my sheep. You go out there and show them me. You go out there and love like I love, and everything's going to be fine. And that's what I'm trying to get to in this whole series of self-image is, let's stop focusing on the world image. Let's stop focusing, because here's the deal. You may not know this, but when you're looking at a magazine, you're talking about women who have been paid to look a certain way. They have been paid to look perfect. And then after they take the pictures, they go on the computers and these different programs and make them look better. They make them look like a picture that's really not achievable. And what happened is we take that image and we subscribe to that image and we try to build our life around that image. Whether it be an image of a woman in a photo, or whether it be an image of a family in a photo, or whether it be an image of a of a dude who we perceive to have, I guess you call it the swag and the money and all that, with the different cars and all. That is an image that they want to portray to you, so you can try to go out there and get that image. And that's the image that I'm gonna be honest with you, when you find it, you're not gonna be happy. It was even 50 Cent that says that 50 Cent first album that I know of was Get Rich or Die Trying. And after he got rich, he said it didn't fulfill him. That money didn't fulfill him like he thought it would. All it did is make him want more. And I guess his second album was The Hunger for More. And that's very telling in the fact of, you think that this stuff is going to fulfill you, and it's not. The only thing that's going to fulfill you is the love of Jesus and the love you have for one another. That was the only thing that's fulfilling, man. Things like family, you know, things like helping, you know, going out there and helping people. Being in ministry, man, you don't have to be on a level of teaching. You don't have to be on a level of things that most people are. You can just, if you just have a friend, man, and you just minister to them, and you have another friend, you minister to them, and you just build a network of just ministering to each other, man, that's a lot. That's enough, man. Just going out there and loving God and loving people, man. That's really enough. So the whole idea of this whole video, these two videos, is, man, take your mind off yourself, put your mind on God and people, man, and I guarantee your self-image will change. I guarantee it. I tell you, man, I'm one of those dudes that's not going to guarantee much, but when I guarantee something, you can take it to the bank. Glacier Highway on Third Movement. I done stopped driving, so I'm where I need to be. And I hope you guys have a really good day, night, or whenever you see this. I hope you guys just be blessed. I love you. God love you. Have a good day.